Yeah,
Cool.
I like it.
Hi guys, welcome to another Storeroom review. And this week we're looking at the Catalinbread Sft.
SFT. What's the SFT, Joe?
The Sft is one of Catalinbread's foundation overdrives, and it's based on Ampegs.
Yes, Ampegs, I hear you say. Ampegs, guitar amps.
Ampegs. Most people know Ampeg these days for their bass amps, the great big huge bass fridge looking things.
Yep.
Back in the day, in the 70s, they were favoured by a lot of bands, most notably Keith of the Stones.
Right.
B.B. King was a big advocate of Ampeg amps.
Yeah.
And then later on down the line, fast forward 20, 30 years, Josh Homme of the Queens of the Stone Age and Caius.
You told me a story, didn't you, the other day, which I didn't know. Apparently, back in the day, early 60s, Ampeg were like a jazz company, weren't they? They basically clean amps, not really interested in rock and roll. And didn't the Stones get like their gear confiscated or
so the story goes?
Something? And they ended up having to use Ampegs as their backline.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. Ampeg never looked back. They became the rock and roll brand that they are today. So, in the SFT, it's essentially a 2-in-1 pedal, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got half and half. Half kind of classic rock, and then half stoner, desert,
sludgy,
garage.
desert rock.
Yeah,
very Queens of the Stone Age, Soundgarden-y.
Suitably named on the Stones meets Stoner switch. So we'll demonstrate that in a second. It's pretty straightforward. Volume, treble, bass, gain. Let's take a listen, shall we? Nice.
It's quite a
sounds stonesy,
bouncy, percussive sound, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's got that. It's very ampy as well.
Yeah.
Should probably give a reference tone underneath all of that. Just got to.
And then on top of that.
Just adds a nice bit of grit, doesn't it?
I found even if you turn it all the way down, it still kind of gives you a still gives you that kind of. It's quite a percussive tone, I think. It's got a lot of pick attack to it.
With a nice clarity and yeah, no, it sounds good. Yeah.
Hits the nail on the head, I think.
Malcolm, what do you reckon?
He likes it.
He likes it.
I can tell he likes it.
Malcolm's happy, we're happy. So what we're going to try and do, I thought everyone knows No One Knows by Queens of the Stone Age.
No one knows.
No one knows. No one knows. It's quite a good song to demonstrate both halves of the pedal. So if we play the riff in the verse on the Stone setting.
And I'll try and press the button at the right time.
You've got to engage the stoner mode when the meaty bit kicks in, all right?
All right, yeah.
2 hours later.
Right, ready? Kind of shows it.
Yeah.
Kind of shows
It's a different sound, isn't it?
It definitely gets this sound. That thicker sound that's kind of somewhere on the border of like amp distortion, but also it's got like a fuzzy...
It's got a fuzzy kind of...
It's really
buttery.
nasty, isn't it? Really loose and great.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's not a tight sound.
It's not a modern. It's like an old school sound, but then been cranked so that it's just like, yeah, we love it.
I found it certainly does that kind of Josh Homme. However the rest of the song goes. Thick, kind of smooth kind of sound. It's a bit like a Big Muff. Bit like a Big Muff.
It is a bit muffy.
Yeah, woolly, thick. So would you say it was fair enough to kind of... It's a bit of a two-in-one. One mode kind of sounds like a cab.
Yep.
And then the stoner mode sounds more like a great big wall of amps.
Exactly, yeah. I reckon so.
I think is in a nutshell.
So if you're looking for a nice versatile distortion with a bit of a fuzzy character to it, that's going to cover classic stuff, modern stuff, and work really, really well with a clean amp, I think that's the key as well. I don't know, it probably would be pretty good, but I think Catalinbread are thinking you should run this straight into a clean amp.
Yeah.
Because there's so much going on that when you stack it with other things, it might be a bit...
It is one of their foundation overdrives as well, so if you want to put other pedals in front of it, it works really, really well.
Oh, okay. Something not right about looking at you power slide with a pink unicorn strap on.
Do you want Stones or Stoner mode?
Stoner.
I'll leave it as it is. It's a hell of a sound. It's a hell of a sound.
I'm not sure this guitar was really designed for that, but with the pedal it kind of
holds
works.
its own.
It kind of
Holds
works.
its own. It also, I think, does a really good like blues sound. As I mentioned earlier, B.B. King actually used Ampeg amps for a long time. And
You wouldn't
kind
expect
of
that from this
dime
pedal,
it back a bit. It's got a real kind of... It's got like that plinky thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It's really round, so
Thick.
single note stuff's going to sound good, isn't it? Cool. So I think that's about it. We'll wrap up now. Thanks for watching, guys. As ever, stay tuned because we've got lots more planned. And as I said before, let us know in the comments section things you want to see. We're looking to keep these happening fairly regularly, so we need ideas. Whatever you want to hear, just let us know. Until next time,